the smiling Russian.
Anatoly Malykhin may not be a well-known fighter amongst casual MMA fans yet. But that doesn't stop his heavyweight wrecking ball from smashing his opponents both in striking and on the ground. The Siberian Bear claimed the renowned One Championship heavyweight belt, then dropped down to the light heavyweight weight class to take a second strap from double Champ Ranier de Ritter. The time has come to pay respect to the undefeated fighter with a 100% finish rate, who would definitely give top UFC heavyweight title contenders a run for their money. Malykhin was born in Siberia, Russia, in the city of Kemerovo, known for its extremely cold and long winters. His grandfather enrolled him in freestyle wrestling when he was in 5th grade. After years of dedicating his life to training in this discipline, Malykhin won medals at the Russian Championships repeatedly. Anatoly eventually transitioned into MMA to earn a better living. He made his debut in the sport in September of 2016. His first opponent didn't stand a chance. In the first few seconds of the bout, it was clear how the fight would end. Malykhin secured a takedown, slamming his opponent to the floor, and followed up with vicious ground strikes. His ruthless wrestling style approach became his default fighting style until he eventually found a striking coach. He would come forward with punches to mask his takedowns. And once he got a hold of his opponents, he would take the fight to the mat, following up with devastating ground and pound hammer fist blows that spread fear to any fighter standing in his way. In 2017, Anatoly won the Amateur World Championship, finishing all 4 of his opponents with ease. Then signed a contract with a well-known Russian fight promotion GTC. In March of 2018, Michael Vlaslo from Poland agreed to test his luck against the Siberian Bear. Malykhin did not waste any time. He took his opponent to the ground and sunk in a rear naked choke that quickly had Vlaslo seeing stars. After a successful start to his career, the hungry prospect spent most of his time training in Thailand at the prestigious Tiger Muay Thai gym. Thailand became Anatoly's main training destination for his upcoming contest at the GTC and Fight Nights co-promotion event. Anatoly faced off with a very experienced Bagagayev. After a few leg kicks and heavy hooks, the Siberian Bear got the fight to the cage, where he could score a takedown from the clinch.
The judges decided that that was not the favor.
Paralyzing his opponent with a crucifix, he got the tap with the Americana lock.
Oh, that's it! Bagagayev taps!
This was his 5th win and his 5th first-round finish. 2019 began with what seemed a serious challenge for Anatoly. An American fighter by the name of Jake Hoon, also known as the Honey Bear Hoon, competed in 2 seasons of the UFC's Ultimate Fighter and had some wins in the WSOF fight organization. Nonetheless, the outcome hardly differed from Malykhin's previous fights. Following a destructive slam, the Siberian Bear took side control and got the job done with a Kimura. Malykhin climbed the ranks and found himself across the octagon from multiple-time kickboxing world champion Alexei Kudin. This experienced Belarusian striker had 36 MMA bouts under his belt. Despite his extensive experience in fighting off-pressure wrestlers, the Siberian Bear took Kudin down within 30 seconds. However, he was the first to fight off Malykhin's vicious submissions and even managed to get the fight back up to the feet, defying the odds. And thus, Malykhin heard the bell sound for the first time in his MMA career. After the break, Anatoly continued to pressure Kudin with strikes and grappling. He secured a double power leg takedown. Swift like a spider, he took control of Kudin's back and delivered an onslaught of head blows, leaving the referee with no choice but to stop the fight. At GTC 7, the promotion signed a veteran by the name of Anthony Hamilton, who had 10 UFC fights. However, the clash between the two fell through due to visa issues, and Lucas Alsina, an Argentinian with a record of 7-1, stepped in as the replacement for Hamilton. Malykhin blasted Alsina with a left overhand, then quickly transitioned to a double-leg takedown, clasped his hands and took the Argentinian for a ride on the Siberian Slam Express. When Anatoly's initial attempt at a Kimura failed, he transitioned to ground and pound. After a barrage of strikes, he switched to an Americana lock, but Alcina's submission defense was on point. So Malykhin had to pull out his patented crucifix to end the fight. Malykhin was on a tear, scoring 3 wins in the short span of a year, but the level of opposition he faced wasn't high enough to unleash his true potential. He wanted to test himself overseas, but unfortunately no offers came in from the UFC. Luckily for Anatoly, a rising promotion by the name of One Championship gave him a call just in time. Anatoly's plans were temporarily foiled by the pandemic. He spent 1 year and a half without a fight and returned to the cage in February of 2021. His first opponent in the new promotion was Alessandro Machado, a veteran of M1 and UFC's The Ultimate Fighter with 4 fights under the one banner. With time away from the octagon, the Siberian greatly improved his striking in Thailand, which gave him the ability to apply intelligent pressure on the feet and easily fend off takedown attempts. Machado's attempt at a takedown quickly became his biggest mistake in the fight. Anatoly secured a body lock and then dragged Machado to the ground, surprising him with a few shots from an awkward angle. Next came the patented crucifix and a prolonged torture with a series of strikes from Anatoly. Machado couldn't take any more of the onslaught, so he tapped with about a minute left in the first round. A happy Anatoly gained the hearts of many fans with his post-fight interview in the octagon.
My friend, 1 second. My English little bit. No, 3 months in my English now уровень.
Anatoly didn't hide his desire to face off with Amir Ali Akbari, who was a Greco-Roman wrestling world championship. The Iranian heavyweight was banned for life from amateur sports due to repeatedly being busted for doping violations and subsequently switched to competing in MMA. Malykhin prepped for his bout alongside a new manager, his wife, who negotiated new financial conditions for Anatoly and his family. She also changed her husband's nickname to Sladkiy, which means sweetie in Russian.
Sladkiy!
Anatoly loved the new nickname and didn't hold back, feeding Ali Akbari with sweet treats right out of the gate.
Akbari, nice right hand landed by Malykhin.
Powerful and accurate strikes kept Amir on the back foot. Malykhin proceeded his onslaught of asteroid-like blows, but it was an overhand right that crash-landed. Following the knockdown, the Iranian tried to wrestle back to his feet but lost the position, receiving knees to the head, which is considered a legal technique under One rules. Amir managed to work his way up to the cage and back on his feet, but when the two titans disengaged, Malykhin landed a devastating left hand. A one-punch KO that left Amir counting sheep. Anatoly finally scored his first career KO on the feet. During an interview, One Championship's boss promised Anatoly a title shot, but the official announcement kept getting pushed back. The heavyweight champ Arjan Bhullar insisted that it was up to him to decide who would be the next title challenger, rejecting several offers on the basis of bad timing schedule. While the management litigation continued, Anatoly took to social media to post viral videos calling out Bhullar.
Arjan! Arjan, подпиши контракт! Эй, Булар, подпиши контракт! Подпиши контракт!
The Russian not only teased his future opponent, but also the top UFC heavyweights. Bhullar never signed the deal in the end, so One matchmakers introduced an interim belt which was contested between Anatoly and the undefeated Kirill Grishenko. When the fight started, Anatoly applied heavy pressure with his striking, throwing heavy bombs on the feet. Grishenko threw a naked low kick, which Anatoly countered with a takedown. The opponent managed to tie him up and survived to the end of the round without taking major damage. Malykhin started off the second round strong with a savage left hook and charged in for the finish. Grishenko tried to evade the Siberian's attacks and ate some massive shots.
High doing a lot of things to the side of Grishenko's head, but he seems to take a punch well, doesn't he?
But nevertheless, Anatoly kept applying pressure and flatlined Grishenko with a huge leaping right hook out of nowhere, delivering another one-shot walk-off KO on the feet.
Oh, and he's collapsed! And Olivier Coste jumps all over him to make sure that there's no...
Overcome with emotion, Anatoly fell down to his knees in the center of the cage, marveling at the sight of his belt. Without a doubt, he had put in a tremendous amount of work and effort for this moment. He then took the microphone, thanking everyone who helped him on his journey, and called the heavyweight title holder Arjan Bhullar a chicken.
Arjan Bhullar, my baby chicken.
The long-awaited clash with Bular was scheduled for September 29, 2022, however the champ pulled out again. The reason given was that Bular underwent surgery at the end of August. Extremely disappointed, Malykhin immediately approached One Championship higher-ups and requested for Bular to be stripped of the title so the division could keep moving. One ultimately decided to give Bular a third chance to avoid the fight. Instead, Anatoly was offered a chance at light heavyweight gold against double champ Ranier de Ritter. The Dutch grappler with a record of 16-1 was an expert at executing venomous submissions which no opponent could seem to escape. Anatoly went on a strict diet and managed to successfully make the one light heavyweight limit of 225 pounds. When the fight started, the Siberian stuffed a takedown attempt with ease and then welcomed the Dutch grappler with a stiff straight right hand. De Ritter had no intention of exchanging on the feet, but all his efforts to take the fight to the ground were unsuccessful and resulted in brutal punishment. The Russian bear never let go of his opponent, landing vicious blows to the head and body. In less than 5 minutes, the Russian bear successfully hunted his prey. Malykhin stung him with a body shot, followed up with a wicked overhand right to the head, and then put De Ritter to sleep with several hammer fists to secure his second belt.
That's it! Malykhin!
The heavyweight title unification bout against Arjan Balar eventually took place on June 23, 2023. The two heavyweights met face-to-face in the ring at the legendary Lumpini Stadium in Thailand. Malykhin applied serious pressure as soon as the bell rang, persistently utilizing kicks and blasting Bular with heavy blows to the body. Anatoly's uppercut was also very effective. Bular was backing up, relying on his ability to counter, but his defense was nowhere near up to par.
Coming, come on, staying in the pocket now, without damage. Together right now, Bullar's just landing 1-2, and he's getting back up.
In the third round, Malykhin became even more aggressive. After landing a barrage of vicious strikes, he rushed in to get the finish.
The pressure now, Malykhin unloading with a combination.
Ragdolling Bular down to the mat, he unleashed devastating ground and pound, forcing the ref to step in and stop the fight.
He's there! King Anatoly beats it, and he's done!
In his post-fight interview, the undisputed double champ decided to pay tribute to both a fighter and a judge from the One promotion who had recently passed away.
Знаете, сегодня не тот день, когда я хочу праздновать свою победу. Наш One Champion потерял двух замечательных людей. Это Ли и наш рефери. Я хочу посвятить эту победу их семьям, и чтобы мы все встали и почтили их минутой молчания.
Although Anatoly started his MMA career late at the age of 28, he managed to quickly transform himself from a rugged ground and pound wrestler into a powerhouse knockout machine. Nobody knows for sure what the future holds, but we still may see him in the UFC one day. How do you think the Siberian bear would fare against top UFC contenders? Let us know in the comments below. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button and smash life.